If you're considering self-publishing, here's what it looks like on a day-to-day basis. Have my lunch because I'm really hungry. Later in the week, I'll share how I do this. I still haven't heard back. I'll have to get out of the house, which will keep my mind distracted. Hopefully, it'll come through on Monday. I haven't done one of these in a while. There's not much writing happening this week. Instead, there's a lot of admin stuff and it's really messy, and this is pretty much what self-publishing looks like. In self-publishing, a lot of time goes in the publishing aspect. If you've been following my channel, you know I like to track my time, and this is what my time distribution looks like. Of course, it's very different when I'm releasing a book versus when I'm drafting. In this video, I sort of pointed out a few things that you have to consider if you are planning to take this self-publishing path. If you haven't watched this video, I highly recommend it because this vlog will make more sense. Right now, I'm in that phase where things are moving fast and then there are prolonged waiting time. And then I have to rush to make decisions and then again have to wait a long time. And it's really getting hard for me to be in a creative headspace and work on my manuscript. So I've decided to cut myself some slack and just focus on the admin aspects of self-publishing and come back to the creative writing and working on my manuscript part of it once these things are a little more settled down. So this morning, it's about 10:27. I have to follow up on an email that I sent last Monday. I want to just follow up and see what's happening with that. And the other thing is record 2 videos. So I'll quickly just send that follow-up email and I'll come back. Now I'll just quickly get ready, just get sorted a little, be a little presentable to record the video. But before I do that, I'll quickly set up everything so that I can come back and just start recording. Marketing is the hardest part of self-publishing, and today I want to share 5 things that you can do to market your book. I just finished recording the video on book marketing that you probably have already seen by now. And my battery has died out, so I'm going to put it for charge and then have my lunch because I'm really hungry. It's past 1, and then round 2, recording video number 2. I just finished recording the second video on self-publishing mistakes and how to avoid them. That video must have gone up just before this one, so you've already seen it. Don't make the same mistakes that I made when I first self-published my book. Even the book trim size was wrong. On days when I'm recording my videos, I like to batch record them because that's easier for me because I am in just one frame of mind and I have to concentrate on just certain things. But it's really taxing to record multiple videos on one go. Today you didn't get to see all the prep work that goes into recording these videos, but later in the week I'll share how I do this. I haven't heard back on the follow-up email I sent yesterday. Honestly, I was expecting this kind of a delay because what's urgent for me is not necessarily urgent for everyone. I'll wait until Friday and over the weekend I can decide what to do next, because without this particular thing that I'm waiting on, I'll share more about what exactly this is in another video, but I can't move forward the same way. I will need to go back to the drawing board and remap the whole process all over again. It's not something I'm upset about. It is inconvenient and I'm going to be frank about it, but it is what it is. And self-publishing is just like any other business. Things will not always be straightforward and will not always go the way you want them to go. And that's why I talk about mindset so much. You have to be okay with pivoting if something is not working and be prepared to try something else and try and figure something out if things are not going your way. I'm not going to let this bog me down. I'm going to continue with my work today. Today I have to edit the video that I recorded yesterday, one of the videos that I recorded yesterday, and get it ready for tomorrow. So I'll start working on that. I want to do things in a productive but sustainable way, and because I've been creating content for a few years now, I know what converts and what doesn't. And that's the other thing about self-publishing too. You have to try out things to know what works for you and for specific books and what doesn't. These videos are part of my author platform, and I'm looking ahead and doing things slowly so that I can slowly pick up pace and things are more sustainable that way. I'm looking 6 months from now, so I have to pace myself and not burn out. I still haven't heard back. This morning I went over my indie author business plan and moved things around in my timeline. I also checked the government website and the requirements that they have over there, and I'll share about all this in a separate video. It's gonna make sense, but I decided to go ahead and apply for a particular thing, which is the only part in this whole process which is not dependent on this approval that I'm waiting for. I would have preferred to do things in a sequential way because that helps my brain, but if one thing is taking longer than what I figured out in the initial phase, I'm thinking, where can I reduce my time somewhere else so that the overall timeline does not move too much. I don't have to push a whole lot of things back. So that's my thinking. This should take about 2 to 4 days. That's the lead time that they have mentioned on their website, on the government website. This will be a big milestone. If I get this done, that'll be like a big step. Hopefully it gets approved without any delays. And the next thing that I want to do today is schedule that video that I edited yesterday. I finished editing it and I uploaded it yesterday itself, but I didn't do anything else because editing takes a very long time for me. So I just uploaded that so that today I can just finish up the title and upload the thumbnail and all the back-end stuff and have that video ready to go out today. So that's done. Now I have about 20 to 30 minutes and I'm going to work on a sales copy. As I'm working on this process of writing the sales copy, I'm also documenting my process. What am I doing first? What am I doing next? How I'm brainstorming things? What are the references I'm using? So I'm creating a list of things that I'm doing while I'm doing this. This is the first time I'm doing this very intentionally, and I will be doing this many more times, and I want to reduce my time the next time I have to do this. So to do that, what I have decided to document everything so that the next time around it goes faster. I don't have to think so much about what is the next step and what all things have to be done. So that's what I'm going to work on now. Having things in my Notion and my Google Doc just helps me stay organized and not have things slip through the cracks. So I have my indie author business dashboard in Notion, and it has all the legal stuff, the writing stuff, the publishing stuff, the marketing stuff. Everything is here. You have seen my revision template in Notion. So when I am working on my manuscript, I have that open. And when I'm working on my self-publishing side of things, the admin stuff, I have that dashboard open. And it helps a lot for me because it keeps me organized and I'm able to juggle things and switch tasks accordingly because I'm not holding all the different things in my head. I have to just go in the dashboard and I have this whole process. I know where I've stopped. I know what's the next thing I need to do or what's the next thing I need to figure out. All those things are in my Notion, and it's been so helpful, especially these past few weeks when I'm working through this new process. I still haven't heard back on that email, nor have I heard back on the application that I submitted yesterday, and I'm getting a little nervous now. I could have hired a lawyer who would have submitted all the paperwork for me, but I did not have the budget for that. I did my research. I went through all the website, looked through the processes. There were a lot of very helpful videos where they walked you through how to apply for certain things, and I felt confident that I would be able to submit my own applications. But since I haven't heard from them, now I'm like really worried. Have I done the things the right way? Is there something wrong? That's why they haven't gotten back. It could either come tomorrow or maybe on Monday. If it does not come tomorrow, it's going to be a hard weekend for me. Okay, to distract myself, I'm going to go finish some errands. I'll have to get out of the house, which will keep my mind distracted, and I won't be constantly refreshing the website just to see what's the status of my application. So I'll just head out now. There's a hummingbird right outside my window and I can just keep watching it forever. I haven't heard back on my application nor on that email, and I'm just going to pin it and hopefully it'll come through on Monday. I don't know. But let's get going with today's to-do list. So today I have two things. First is just to get my next week's video lined up and prep for that, so my YouTube videos. And the next thing that I have is to do my weekly review. When I'm prepping for my YouTube videos, I have a workflow and it's in my Notion. So when I think of a video idea, what I'd like to do is just have a list of them in my Notion idea bank. I have an idea of what I want to work on for the next week and next 2 weeks, because I'll be recording 2 videos next week. So I have an idea for that, but I still want to just go through if there's anything else that I want to pull and create a video on that instead, because I like to keep a little bit of flexibility so that I can allow myself to be creative as well as be very rigid with, the plan and the to-do and all those things. And when I am more or less sure which videos I'm going to work on, then I start with thinking about overall what I'm going to talk about. Then I start with a video outline, jot down a few points. This helps me narrow down my video title and the main description of the video. Then I elaborate on my video idea. Usually what I do is, without the camera, I'll just talk to my computer and see if I can actually flesh out my video idea. Once I have all these things ready, the next thing that I do is think about my thumbnail. Couple of ideas there, so that it gives me ideas of the kind of pictures I need to take for the thumbnail. After I have all these things ready, then I go into the videos that I would be talking about or referring to, have those links. If there are any other resources, any website that I'm referring to, have those links ready to go. So that's the workflow, and that's what I'm going to do for these 2 video ideas that I have. Now that that's done, I am going to take about 5-10 minutes to review this week. So I'll just go through what I was hoping to get done this week, how much I got done. If I need to move things around, I'll do that. Like, I was expecting to get the approval today, so I would have started something else on Monday, but then now I have to wait for that. And if there are any actual tasks that I need to get done, I'll quickly add that to my Google Calendar. I know when I have blocks of time for my work, I know exactly what tasks I need to knock off. I'm so grateful to my past self for laying down the groundwork of all the admin and the writing and all those things, getting into the habit of maintaining my SOPs and having this business dashboard, this indie author business dashboard ready to go when things are rolling and when I have to actually start working on certain things. I'm really grateful that I thought of all these things beforehand. If you need this management dashboard, you can check it out on my website. For more on book marketing, watch this video and I'll see you in the next one.